I'm sure you've been hearing this as often as I have. Bestseller is what you need to go for. Bestseller is the key to everything. Spend all your time, all your energy to achieve that milestone. Bestseller, bestseller, bestseller. And whether this is just an Amazon bestseller status or it's a New York Times bestseller status, there used to be a USA Today bestseller, but that doesn't work. And honestly, the only bestseller list right now that is truly based on sales is Amazon, and it's the one that gets the least respect. So, if this is the truth, if chasing this particular metric is kind of a false vanity metric, what do you really need to be measuring if you want to know that your book is doing what you intended to do? Building authority, growing your business, attracting right fit clients. Well, watch this episode because you're in luck. I'm going to be sharing 5 different things that you need to be looking at to understand that your book is actually doing the thing it needs to do to grow your business. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help executive coaches, business leaders, and consultants write, publish, and market client attracting books so that they can grow their business. And I do it while we're having fun with the assistance of gamification and AI agents, prompts, GPTs to help all the sloggy bits be less sloggy. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so that this video and others like it can get into the YouTube feeds of people who want to grow their business with a book. Now, let's get going. Number 1, and this is probably of the 5 I'm going to be sharing, it's probably one of the most important, and that is lead quality. Are the readers of your book turning into aligned premium clients, or are they just fans that never buy? And that is probably the biggest struggle that I think most authors have is like they write this fantastic book and all they get are, "Yay, that was a fantastic book," and no clients. And that's why I've been honing my methodology behind coming up with the right book so that the readers, yes, you will always get the fans if you write a good book. If you write a crappy book, you won't get the fans. But if you write a good book, you'll get the fans. You'll get the people who love the book, and that's all they do. But if you're trying to grow your business with a book, you need people who read the book and then join your email list. And then from there, they become a client. They buy something. They buy something else. They buy something else. They hire you to do something. These are the kinds of leads that you want your book to attract. And if your book isn't doing that, either the messaging or the content isn't quite right. And you may need to go back to the drawing board and write a second edition or another book. Or maybe you just need to attract the right readers to that book because that can happen too. You can have the right book that if the right people read it, they'll become clients. But because of the messaging around your book, you're not attracting those people. So that basically this is how I look at a book refresh. Depending on what's going on, you have 3 options. You're going to need to change your messaging, which is the best case scenario. It means you wrote the right book, you're just not talking about it correctly. You need to come up with a second edition, which means you're almost there, but not quite, and just need to do some tweaking. Or it's completely the wrong book and you need to write a different one. I can help you figure out that, but that's not what this podcast is about. So that's number 1. What are the quality of the leads coming in from your book? That tells you a lot about whether your book is doing its job or not. The next one is one that's important for a lot of people, but not all the people who come to me, and that is speaking invites, media invites. Is your book bringing in more and better speaking opportunities, whether that's on virtual stages, literal stages, podcasts, blogs? Are people coming to you and saying, I loved your book. I would like to interview. I loved your book. Would you like to contribute to my event, my blog, my publication? Hey, I'm writing a story on this. And I see from your book you're an expert on it. Can I have a quote? If you're getting those kinds of requests, your book is doing its job. Number 3, business alignment. And this is actually something that you need to do first before you even write it. But does your book logically lead to what you offer? Does your book reinforce your core offer? Does it reinforce your values? Does it reinforce your positioning? Or is it confusing your audience? So if you're writing the right book, it does all those things. Because at least when I teach you how to write a book, I bake those things in first because you get really clear on those things before you write the book, because those things inform the kind of book you write. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, you may enjoy joining me in the Backstage Blend. And all you have to do that is go point your camera at this QR code or go to buymeacoffee.com/Carma Spence. And for $5 a month, you can get the audio versions of these podcasts, which makes them easier to go. You also get deeper dives into the news that affects you as an author, as well as inside news, information, insights, random thoughts that I have about running an author-based business. It's the price of about a fancy coffee once a month. Number 4, message clarity. Has writing your book helped you clarify your message? One of the key things I've found in writing the right book, working with other people and working with myself, is that when you're writing the right book, you get better at your own marketing. You get better at your own message because the experience of writing that book helps you get better at those things. So if the book you wrote doesn't do that, it may not be the right book, or you may not be doing it. So this is one of the main reasons why I think having AI write your quality book is a really, really bad idea, because you're not doing it. You doing it helps you hone your message better. And if you're a solopreneur or even just a founder of a business that is tightly wound around your personality, you need to be in your marketing. You need to be in your marketing. And often when founders are pulled out of their marketing and let other people do it, business starts dropping, because what drew people to your business was you. And writing a book yourself. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do all the things before and after. I mean, you can get AI to help you with that. You can get VAs to help you. You can get staff to help you with that. But the actual honing of the message needs to come from you. And number 5, are you being recognized as an authority by your peers, not just the public? Are experts quoting you? You know, it would be, if Gary Vaynerchuk put a pull quote of you, you've probably made it. If Richard Branson pulled a quote of you, you probably made it. If famous people are saying, "Hey, I read this book by you," you've made it. So, are your peers recognizing your authority with your book? That one I've nailed. I that one I've nailed. There are other people in my industry who recognize that I know my stuff, and they've quoted me and they have shared me with their audience. That means that your book is doing its job. Now, if you get one of those, that's awesome. If you get all 5, that's golden. Your business is poised for growth if it's not already growing. Well, there you go. 5 signs that your book is working for you and not just sitting there gathering fans. On Wednesday, I will be talking about the 5 signs your book is off track and how to fix it. I will see you then, right? And of course, in the meantime, you can always watch whatever video pops up here and continue watching my videos on YouTube. This is Carma Spence saying ciao for now.
Bloopers!
Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help exotic coaches. Where'd that come from? Let's try that again.